Oh my God. Maybe I should leave you two. Maybe you could finish up and I
Nah,
can
you cute when you pretend to be shy. You know that, right?
pretending. I don't know what you mean.
You want me to stop?
I figured we talk, you know?
Oh,
Before we, it's just, we haven't seen each other in a while. And, I was,
since the last time you went down on me in the passenger seat of my car last summer.
all right, look out, boys. We're coming in hot.
Ooh, what can I say? I'm warm-blooded. What's wrong?
Just wanted to talk, reconnect.
What's on your mind?
I missed you. Is that a crime?
In some parts of this country, it's a Class A felony and it's liable to get you 25 to life.
Mm.
I've been thinking about you all the time. A few months back when my pop picked me up from the campus, he asked me what was the first thing I wanted to do when I got home. And you just popped in my head like a flash of lightning. I don't even know if my pops knew it or not, but he smirked. Like he saw right into me and threw me at the same time. Like he knew something, like we shared a secret, just between the two of us. Panicked, and I just said I wanted ice
It's all served. Twisting a cone from
cream.
Curver Cream.
The best ice cream shop, full stop. You remember.
Of course. I remember everything about you. How was school?
This last semester sucked. I almost failed one of my prerequisites, and my laptop crapped out on me, so I had to hop on the phone and make some phone calls. I finally got a replaced and well-researched 15-page final paper for my intro to civics class. Didn't save, so I had to rewrite the whole thing from scratch.
There's anyone
I got an A minus.
I was saying there's anyone get themselves out of a pinch. It's you. I'm proud of you, black man.
Proud of you too. David, I'm sorry. I didn't get around to You've been on my mind. Really. With school and everything.
I have to. The last semester wasn't the best for me either. They shut down the dorms earlier than they said they would, so I was pretty much homeless for like a week before. Had to petition the school so I can grab my things and put the things I couldn't throw in the back of our van in storage. Have you ever put anything in storage?
Don't think I have.
It's sketchy. The site manager looked like he came from one of those Victorian penny dreadfuls. You know, if it were a Crenshaw swap meet.
No one told you sedady ass to move all the way to fuck out to the West Coast.
It's Stanford. What was I supposed to do? The acceptance rate is,
Don't explain to me. You have had your sights set on outer space as long as I can remember. Why not go to a school 15 astronauts went to?
17.
Huh?
17. You said 15.
Oh. Did I?
Such a troll, man.
You make it too easy. I see you grew into your nose. Looking fine and shit.
Sure, you kept yourself busy, being so damn resistible and everything. It was a lucky girl.
Boy, actually.
Do your parents know?
Trying to tell you. I did some growing up since we last spoke.
Who is he?
Some Korean Chester Lockhart wannabe. We met in chemistry. He was my lab partner and bonded kind of quick. He's adopted too. Some white evangelical from Omaha took him in as a baby orphan, and he's still not over it. We fooled around, but it was nothing serious. He gave me the boot after a couple of weeks. Turns out he and I have some fundamental differences.
Like?
He called microaggressions a myth and said he didn't see race, even though the last 3 hookups before me were all black men, because he's, quote, size queen with unquestionable high standards. And he can't help himself, especially since black guys have the fattest, blackest cocks.
Oh, that limp dick son of a bitch.
He also had a lot of internalized self-hatred.
Mm.
He's very light-skinned, super pale, super white. As has the thing that he calls jungle Asians. I couldn't even. What about you? You've been working out, I see. Filled out a bit from the looks of it and all the right places. So what's his name?
Astrophysics.
Come on.
Not all of us look like an African Joy Russo type, but the black J from 16 Candles.
Now I take issue with the fact that I have to be black anything.
Oh my God, now you're just nitpicking.
Okay, well, okay, all I'm saying is you never hear Celine Dion being referenced as the white Whitney Houston or Justin Timberlake being the white Michael Jackson. It's always the other way around. Besides, we have our own teen heartthrobs. Although I do appreciate a compliment. A handsome devil like you. Still don't believe you haven't seen any action since we is Stanford just full of uggos or something?
One isn't as motivated to find someone else to scratch that itch when their first someone is as notorious as the famous Omari Barnes.
Oh, not that famous.
Turned in a full scholarship at a Division I college to study law.
I had to think about life after the NFL and seeing that everything from the Olympics to the World Cup and all the sports in between are canceled for the next year and a half. And it looks like I made the best decision at the right time.
You are certainly great at making life decisions.
Not always. I could have reached out more, kept in touch. You know how you can go months without seeing someone, and when you meet them, it's like you hit the pause button again and picked up right where we left off? I'm kind of feeling that right now.
Me too. Wait, you're on underwear, right?
No, might see anything you like.
Very nice stitching, nice color contrast.
Ooh.
Omari, don't tease.
It's not teasing, especially since we both know how this is going to go down.
And how's it going to end, Omari?
With your hand between your legs, eyes crossed, and seeing stars.
Oh, really?
Really? Is your door locked?
I think so. What about you?
The folks are out running errands. Shouldn't be back for a while. Which means I got you all to myself.
Got something to show me?
Wait, hold on. What is? Okay, well, screaming. Oh.
What's going on?
Hold on. I got a message from one of my followers. Please, sorry, please forgive me. I gotta.
Look at that motherfucker! You fucking shot me, motherfucker! Ah, motherfucker! Fucking bitch! Yeah, bro! I'm fucking out here bleeding. These niggas got me. Fuck!
You need to see this.
Fuck y'all did.
I don't. I really don't. I've seen the videos. Too many
But
of them.
this one.
Which one is it? The one with the redneck white supremacists who brought a bow and arrow to a protest because all lives matter. The video where the sociopath in blue shot that little girl at point blank range with pepper spray. Or the clip where the little piggies went to the market and called the protester a fucking faggot. Not that one. What about the one where the police officer slammed his vehicle into a bunch of civilians? The video where the boy gets shot in the eye with a lead pellet-filled beanbag and is carried down the street of Cleveland as he bleeds out on another protester. The video where two cops shoved a 75-year-old white dude, calls him to fall and smash his head on the pavement. Or my favorite, The compilation tape of white people looting, or people who look like you and me to take the fall and their asses get beat with every inch of their life by law enforcement. Which one are you talking about exactly?
David, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have just kept things light. Didn't mean to.
No. I shouldn't have exploded like that.
As opposed to.
Pervert.
Listen, we don't have to. You know, we can just talk like old times, right? Let's do that. No pretenses, no niceties, bullshit. Talk to me like we're talking back in quad in high school. I'll start. I hate asking this. But how are you feeling?
How do you deal with all this? Because honestly, it's like holding in a scream, and that scream is like a gas stove leaking into a condemned building, you know? It's circulating in the air, filling up everything. Every room, every doorway, just trying to air itself out. But all the windows are shut, and just outside the streets are lined with candles, lit candles. I'm afraid that any day now, the scream I got inside of me is going to build into a fireball and it's going to take me and the whole world with it.
How does anyone deal with this? I thought if I took a couple of days off social media, maybe I could just take a deep breath and sit in darkness for a while. Maybe watch a little TV, that I could find a way to just remember that life goes on, that I'm still here, that these were all isolated incidents. It gave me hope that one day, when I'm stating my cases in the court as a high-powered attorney or whatever, that I could make a difference. But I'm beginning to think that there's a glaring difference in this country, and that difference is the lay of the land. That all these rules and regulations and Bill of Rights and amendments, that they only really apply to a certain kind of people. And the only people to really see the change we want in this world need to burn it to the ground. Only I'm scared of what happens next. Humans are creatures of habits, and old habits die hard.
Everything is just so fucked. I thought this was going to be my year, but since quarantine began with COVID-19 and college campuses shutting down, and there's just all these other factors at play. Sky rise unemployment rates, our second recession in less than a decade, an impending Great Depression, the rise of Danu fever in Asia, a plague of black locusts running through Central Africa, possible UFO sightings, and there's a string of murders against us, people who look like us, live like us, from the same ghettos and same suburbs. And yeah, it's been happening, right? But it's happening in real time. It's like the fucking Battle Royale or Hunger Games, and the only weapons they have to arm themselves are the cameras on their mobile phones, and it's just beginning to feel like some kind of purge, you know, like we're being hunted. It hurts, you know?
When's the last time you got a full night's sleep? Mine was the day before yesterday. I passed out at like 7 p.m. Woke up and it was 11 a.m. the next day. Slept 14 hours.
I haven't. Every time I close my eyes, I have these visions.
Visions?
Prophecies, possibilities, whatever they are in these dreamscapes, these waking nightmares, I'm either falling to my death or worse.
Expand on that, please. Worse.
These dreams are like Freddy Krueger level, only there's no witty one-liners thrown in or at the last man standing at the end of them. I had a dream where I was strapped to the back of an old pickup truck and dragged down for miles down a dark asphalt road. I had another dream where I was hit by a car and dragged beneath it. I had another one where I reached my wallet and was riddled by a rain of bullets. And then just had another one where I was strung up in a jail cell by a plastic garbage bag.
Not exactly pillow talk, but okay.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. I'm just playing. Go on.
I had another one, but this time I was a kid.
Hmm.
Couldn't have been more than 14. They brought me in and was chained me to an electric chair. I was so small they used the Bible I brought with me as a booster seat, put a leather strap on my mouth, covered my face in this cloth. But it was too small and it just kept sliding down my face. It took them 8 minutes. My teeth were smoking and one of my eyes melted out of my face. But the one that haunted me, the one that made me sleep with the lights on, I was walking down the street and it was dark and I was waiting at a rendezvous point somewhere, waiting for somebody. I don't know who, and these two men showed up. They beat me, held me down, possibly raped me, stabbed me in the heart with a screwdriver, and left me out to breathe on some empty street, and that was that. I just laid there for hours.
Fuck.
And you just want to know the messed up part about all of these? I did some digging. All those deaths, every one of them are real. Every one of them happened. Every one of them actually happened to someone in real life, in real time, somewhere in this country at some point in our history.
Thought I'd recognize one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the wallet. Armando Delio, right?
Right, yeah. And James Byrd,
yeah.
Brandon McLean, Sandra Bland, George Senney, and Carol Marie Jenkins.
Martyrs.
We'll go to martyrs if everyone is basically on the other end of a first-person shooter game simulation.
Damn, man. Shit's dark. How many hours of rest would you say you've been able to get since all this started?
Oh no. I can't sleep during the night, so I try to sleep during the day. Nothing helps. I just feel like I'm losing my mind. Just keep checking my phone. I keep checking the news, keep refreshing on my social media pages.
See, that's your problem right there, my dude. Take some time off. Social distance yourself from the internet.
Can you honestly say it'll help when the whole world feels like it's caving in on you? And don't we have a responsibility to stay informed, to know what's going on?
Yeah, but we have responsibilities to ourselves too. Self-preservation. If all the Karens and Connors of the world can take a few days off from watching the news or logging onto social media because they need a break from all of it, why can't we? Being plugged in every day, watching this shit unfold all day, every day, especially in quarantine, it's not healthy. It can't be.
You know what they say, we can't be tired. It's forbidden. In order to get things done, in order to get real change,
The dream you had, where you died in the middle of the street, what were you doing before?
don't know. But the woman this happened to, she was selling encyclopedias door to door. She was being followed by two white men and she took shelter with a young white couple, the Neals. They called the cops. The cops found the men who chased after her, interrogated them, and then just went about their merry way. The wife of the couple walked her for a few blocks and even offered to let her stay, but they didn't want her to be bothered. They parted ways. She traveled toward the predetermined rendezvous point where she was supposed to meet her co-workers, and within a span of half an hour, she was murdered in cold blood. You see, she was in Murrattsville, Indiana, a Sundown Town, 1968. She was 20 at the time, 1 year older than the both of us. She just thought she'd be safe, and it was her first day at a new job, and all she did was want to make a good first impression.
Right.
This was almost 52 years ago, and this shit is still happening. Both her murders walked. They lived long, died of old age or cancer.
Not even a half-assed formal apology on their deathbeds?
It's just the fact that they just keep walking, you know?
Yeah. Mm.
The jury rests, makes their decision, and those bastards walk right out and over our graves. It's just like a mass grave they keep adding on to the pile. No questions asked. George Zimmerman walked and hasn't stopped boasting about how he murdered Trayvon Martin. Whoever killed those 2 white girls and blamed Jill or Stinney, a 14-year-old boy, and let him fry, they walked and danced right on his grave. And usually it's an all-white jury, and we're shocked, just shocked when other Emmett Till is left butchered, laid on some depraved science experiment to firm it in a swap, and their killers are found not guilty of kidnapping and murder yet another 14-year-old boy. They are moral monsters, and we're expected to live amongst them instead of doing what they were supposed to do in any other fair book tale that they write. Are monsters slain at the end of the fairy tales? When the sun rises, aren't vampires supposed to burn like ashes and shatter to the winds?
Because, handsome, America is one giant sundown town. You being a future astronaut and all, don't you know that time is relevant? And monsters, come on, the story changes depending on the author.
You reached out. I thought I could use a distraction, but here I am talking about.
Never mind. Shit's crazy out here. There's no leadership, but with the quarantine and the time to peruse the internet, it's like overnight niggas just decided to be all solidarity and Black Lives Matter.
Well, Black lives only matter when you're granted access to the whole of your humanity, not just 3/5 of it. This made me feel like maybe your life don't mean shit, you know? You're right. This is just totally not sexy.
Not even a little bit. No one looks at me the way you look at me. You know that? You were the first person outside of my folks to tell me about myself. Made me feel beautiful, special, seen. I see you, Black man.
Yeah? How do I look now?
Endless. Uncharted. A fucking galaxy far away from all this. Full of light from stars that can never die. That are so warm, so bright, full of force. With enough power to make another big bang. That's how you looking. For real. It's still light out. Groover is still open. Might treat if you're down.
Endless, huh?
Endless.